Hi, I'm Tom. In this lesson we're going to look at two exercises to improve our legato playing. It's aimed at beginners, so once you feel you're comfortable with this, then feel free to move on to the intermediate and advanced videos. Before we start, we need to clear up what we mean by legato. In Italian, the word means tied together, and a composer will often write it on a score when he wants the performer to play smoothly. When applied to guitar playing, it often refers to a technique that uses less of the picking hand and more of the fretting hand. It usually implies that the certain passage will involve a lot of hammer-ons or pull-offs. So hammer-ons and pull-offs are quite similar. They're based around the same sort of technique, and that's just using the left hand rather than the right hand to play the notes. So a hammer-on is literally what it sounds like. So you hammer on the note. So I'm going to play an open string. I'm playing the D open string. And then I'm going to use my left hand, my fretting hand, to hammer on the second fret. So I'm just going to press down forcefully to get it to sound. Let's just try that again. So you can see it's the fretting hand that's doing all the work, the left hand in my case. And then the opposite of that is a pull-off. So we start with a fretted note, and we use this hand to lift off our fingers, but instead of just lifting off our fingers, we pull our fingers off the string. So I usually pull at an angle downwards slightly, which flicks the string. We don't want to be doing this, but if we just flick gently as we release, you can see I'm putting a little bit of pressure downwards and then flicking the string as I leave it. So hammer on, pull off. Let's take a look at the first exercise now, remembering to play slowly at first. Okay, so this is similar to the example I gave you before. We're just going to be playing the D string, and we're going to be hammering on and pulling off on the second fret. So I'll just turn the volume down. We're going to pluck the D string and use any one of our fingers on our left hand to press on the string. So we're not plucking both notes, we're only playing the first note with our right hand, and the second hand takes over for the next. And we're going to do this 3 times. Now I'm taking my picking hand away from the strings to emphasize the fact that I'm not using it, but we really don't need to move it at all. We don't need to make these exaggerated motions. So for the second part of this exercise, we're going to be using the pull-off. So we're going to start on the second fret, plucking it with our right hand or our picking hand, and then letting go of the string, but not doing this because we can't hear anything there. We're going to pull the string down ever so slightly when we pull away, which you can feel your finger slipping across it and flicking it to make that sound. We're going to do that 3 times as well. So from the start, so that up to speed sounds like this. Now let's take a look at the second exercise. Once again, it's important we're hearing every note clearly before we move on. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you've probably seen this exercise before. I use it a lot to warm up my fingers, but for legato it's brilliant because you'll often find that your little finger and ring finger are really weak when playing hammer-ons and pull-offs. So this is a great way to strengthen that up. So I'm doing this in the 5th position, starting on the 5th fret, but you can do it anywhere. I'd advise you do it around here, because it's just a sensible position to practice it in. So we're going to start with our first finger. We're going to pluck that with our right hand, and that's the only thing we're going to pluck. The left hand's going to do the rest of the work. So playing the 5th fret, then our middle finger's going to hammer down. Now you can probably hear my notes died out already. That's just because I'm playing this really slowly. So we're going to play the first finger on the 5th fret, hammer on the 6th, hammer on the 7th, and then hammer on the 8th. And then we're going to pick again with our right hand, pick the 8th and do the reverse of that. So pull off to the 7th, then to the 6th, and then the 5th. And this is the trickiest bit, because you'll find that your fingers want to just let go all at the same time. So you've got to be disciplined and practice this so only one finger lets off at a time. So from the beginning, slowly. Here it is up to speed. Try incorporating these exercises into your normal practice schedule. Keeping up with them will improve your legato playing and fretting hand technique considerably. Once you feel comfortable with this, then please move on to the intermediate video. Cheers, thanks for watching.